Hosting a dinner party sounds magical until it's 4 p.m. and your table isn't set. What if it's not good enough? Will they judge me? We go through an array of things that we're thinking about when we're prepping for our dinner party. Welcome back to Creating with Mimi, and those of you, if you're new, welcome. Today we will alleviate any concerns about hosting a dinner party and setting up for your guests for this upcoming holiday season. I want to share with you one of the main reasons for this video is to help you guys get rid of the fear of hosting, but also I want to share with you this setting, this table setting, and I just got this in. I said I'm gonna do a video because if I show up with this at Christmas time and the girls are gonna be mad that they were not able to get their hands on one of these plates. Let me give you a close-up. Ooh, she's gorgeous. This Tiffany blue. We're gonna talk a lot about this play set. I chose the Tiffany blue green. Simply gorgeous. This motif and floral pattern. It's a square plate with a scalloped edge completely around the plate. It is a set. Right now it's on sale. I just received mine this week, so hopefully I can get this video up to you guys really soon and you can go ahead. It comes in yellow, white, blue, and I think this green. It may come in one other color, but I can't remember. Child, I had to bring this to you because it's not fair. Why do I get all of the good things? And you know what? The whole channel is about sharing. I want to share with you an opportunity to get some of these things so that when you see them in upcoming videos, you know, Christmas is months away. And I think there's another Prime Day coming up too, but don't wait. Run, do not walk, and pick up this set. This is a keeper for me. The color, I might even get the white or the off gray, the off white. I might even get that set, but I had to choose between all of the colors, and this is the color that I chose, and I am in love. All right, next up is one of our fears is the fear of looking overdone or underwhelming, okay? And so what happens with that is the host either overcompensates for lack of confidence by adding everything under the decorating umbrella, adding everything of fear without getting it wrong, right? Well, use intentional layers, i.e. runners, chargers, plates, napkins, bowls, and I am going to add the salad plate on top of the plate. So we are layering this because this pattern is already a lot, and I want to make sure that I'm creating something very elegant, and I've decided to layer it on top of the plate. You cannot beat the effect of layers. Layering this pattern on top of it. Now, the salad plate, it's square as well, and it is scalloped, completely scalloped around the edges. I know. I am so excited about this find a dinner set, and I don't have anything this color, nothing. And you guys are going to see how I can work with gold, I can work with silver. I am mixing this table setting today, and I can't even contain myself. I'm so excited because I have it in here what this is going to look like when it comes together. I can't contain myself, but I'm gonna try to contain myself. for purposes of this video. So that is the salad plate, and the layering is looking delicious. Keeping things uniform and layered. I talked about layering things. If you're concerned about it looking good or looking fine or looking okay, add on a layer. I'm keeping it pretty uniform, but also I did mix the chargers and the servers, and you literally cannot tell that I've mixed it. These are the bowls. I'm gonna give you guys a close-up. The salad plates look similar to the plates, but a little bit smaller. But on top of the plate, it just looks so luscious. I'll give you a close-up of the bowl. Look at that. Look at this. Look at the scallop detail around the top. Then you've got the braided detail around the edge of there, the two different colors. This looks super expensive. And the best part, this is not expensive. That's why I snapped up two, and I'm really considering a third color. Let's place the bowl on top of the plates. I've envisioned, and to be honest with you, I'm gonna set up for just a couple of friends. I'm having a brunch. So I'm gonna set this up just for a few friends and have brunch. And like, I will be using this probably as a cereal bowl for those that want cereal. You know, people do, I eat cereal. How many of you guys still eat a bowl of cereal? I do, I love a good bowl of cereal. My favorite cereal is Crunchy Raisin Bran. I'll get the box, I'll show you guys. No judgment. This is my favorite cereal of the moment. It changes from time to time, but it's Kellogg's Raisin Bran. This is not a sponsored thing. I'm just sharing with you guys the goodness of this cereal if you like crunchy things. I am a nut kind of person. I like things to be crunchy, but the raisins, the bran, delicious. Next is the fear of not having matching items. If you don't have an 8-piece cable setting and you only have 4, do 4, and the other 4, keep it simple and make it white. Intentional mismatching is a design thing. It is something that we do. I talk about it all the time. Rarely decorating a bedroom, and I had a client and they were like, well, do I get a dresser? Do I get the matching nightstands? I don't do that. I mismatch a lot because it creates interest and it creates texture and layers, and it's not boring. When you have intentional mismatching, but it's done correctly, like tonal, maybe I'll have all matte black, but they are not the same set, but they're all matte. So that's considered intentional mismatching. And your guests will feel more relaxed in spaces that feel collective and not necessarily overly styled. So using mismatching is an opportunity to express layers of design, a curated lifestyle, okay? Which I think it aligns beautifully with you. It just shows who you are. If you're an eclectic person, go ahead and be eclectic. Another fear is when we don't want to be judged. Well, okay, my take on that is if you invite people to your house and they're judging you, they're not your friend, so you're not welcome here. There's no judgment at this table. And we have tons of conversation, and it can get crazy, it can get hairy, and I raise an eyebrow or two. But there's no judgment. Allow people to be who they are, and your friends will allow you to be who you are, right? Solution to that is focus on the warmth over perfection, right? Cloth napkins, and style the picture, or I'm going to add a beautiful arrangement to this table because let's face it, I want to walk by and be wowed by beauty And this arrangement and the color, I'm choosing white, and it's next to the Tiffany plate. Having said that, I'm layering things, but I'm also calming things down, even though they're going to be over the top. The color tones that will be used for the space will be perfect. This next sphere, it's a big one. Leave a comment in the comment section and tell me if you have friends like that, right? And it is the fear that something will go wrong at your dinner party, at your table, whatever. I was once at a party, it was a Thanksgiving party, and the host dropped the turkey, bringing the turkey from the oven to the table. She dropped the turkey on the floor. Politely picked it up, dusted off, and brought that turkey back to the table and moved along. Now, it's your option if you decide to eat the turkey or not, but there's no judgment, right? Perfectionism leads to paralysis. You're afraid of some small issue will ruin the whole night. It's a small issue. Now, granted, the turkey being dropped was a little medium, was a little big, but don't be afraid of that. Prevention is empowerment. I'll say it again. Using dark tablecloths. If you don't want a white tablecloth, use a dark tablecloth. So if gravy is spilled on it, it's not a big deal, right? It's a strategic move because you, the host, you want perfection. And perfection is just something that, to me, it's problematic. I will say that. Perfection, when you're seeking perfection, is problematic. It's stressful. I don't want to be stressed out. I want to enjoy my guest as well. So I'm not seeking perfection at all. Now, a very imperfection and design all around is that Martha Stewart meets hostess approach. She always has a solution for every single problem. She just creates it, and it's like no big deal. When she's doing her videos, it's like no big deal. If something drops, it's just, you know, if the cake didn't rise, I'm sure Martha Stewart would make it into something else. The next category is fear of creating the perfect atmosphere, right? Or a beautiful tablescape that feels sterile and something's a bit off. I don't know how you can create a sterile tablescape, because if you're layering, you're doing all the techniques that we're talking about right now. You're layering, you're mixing, but you have the same tone, you have the same matte finish or glossy finish. I don't know how that can be boring. I could literally set an all-white table and it would not look boring. You can create an all-white table, would probably be spectacular. And maybe your silverware is chrome or your silverware is gold and you only have the two colors on the table. I still think that that's spectacular and it's not boring. So an atmosphere is a multi-sensual thing, right? So lighting, sound, scents. I'll be adding candles to the table, lights to the table, and I just don't think you can create something boring when you consider all of the senses. At this point, once I have my table place set, I'm thinking about where do I want to place flowers if I'm going to have a centerpiece. And what I decided to do, I'm bringing back these gorgeous vases. And I'm sorry, guys, I don't have a link for how you can get this. Beautiful. So it's just that sparkle, it's just gorgeous. Okay. I've had these for years. I use them 1,000 times. This is so gorgeous. I don't think I'm gonna clean the glass. I will tape up the top of this, and I will do that off camera. But one of the reasons why I'm choosing this is because it's so open down below and it doesn't really obstruct from this person talking. This person sitting here, you've got 1, 2, 3 that you can talk to. 1, 2, 3. So from each seating, I'm creating a third. 3 people can have a conversation, right? And even if you're going to go linear, 4 people can have a conversation. So this is a great technique if you wanted to create an oversized floral arrangement. You can do that, but let's have most of it clear. If I place like 10 people here at the table, I will probably keep it low and have a low vase and maybe do 4 down the middle. I might do a video like that, but for now, I'm going to tape up the vase. And so I will place something down below because the floral does get heavy. So I will place something down in the bottom to keep. Okay, I've taped up the top of this. And one of the reasons why I tape up, it's a designer trick or designer tip, is so that I can use a minimum amount of floral but get a massive impact of look. And I will definitely show you guys what that's going to look like when I get to the point of designing it. But it's already taped up. It's just a crisscross pattern on top, and then I've secured it around the rim so that the weight of the floral, because the florals that I will be placing in here are pretty tall, they're 36, 40 inches. So the stem is heavy. And if you have 10 to 12 of them, they're gonna move around and you're not gonna be happy with your arrangement, or you're always going to be fooling with it. I will leave this tape below. It's just floral tape. Next up would be the glassware. For me, these are just my steps. You don't have to go through these steps, but this is what I go through to keep myself organized. And this glassware, it is ribbed and it has a gold rim across the top of it. Oh. Today I will be using 2 drinking glasses since it's a brunch. I always like to have something a little cute for like a mimosa, champagne, and then you can still have orange juice with this if you chose to not have any alcoholic beverages. And we'll place that there. And I usually like to off-center it. It just gives it a different look, a different vibe. It's coming together so well, the way that it's looking and the flow. And I'm keeping things pretty simplistic, but I'm layering, right? I'm layering the glasses, but both of them are ribbed with a gold rim. I am placing candles pretty much. I want to create a focal point just in the center, and then I'll place some outside strategic areas. And these are pretty simplistic. You can get these anywhere, but what I love about the ones that I'm choosing is I can actually place a regular size candle, or I can place a candelabra inside. It has the opening, so that keeps it pretty simplistic. Let's bring in silverware, flatware. And since I have 2 colors, I'm working with 2 different metals. I'm working with this silver, which is a chrome because it's shiny, and then it has the gold rim. I think I will use gold flatware today. So I have this gold set, and it's double spoons, double forks, and the knives. The knife is not just a butter knife, but it is a steak knife. I will link this below because it's pretty durable. This is a heavy weighted fork. It's not like the gold sets, because some of these can be a little bit cheaper. This is not that. All right, so I'm gonna place this, and forks are on the left. Salad fork is usually to the outside because it is the first thing that you're going to use. moving right along, you guys know I talk about these table lamps. I use them all the time on every table. I'm actually not renovating, but I'm updating my primary bathroom, and I'm using a similar pick and take on the table lamps. And I'm bringing in gold instead of a silver or chrome or a black because there's a small amount of gold on the gold rim. We're using the gold flatware, and I think this would be so befitting to have a little gold in here. And I think I want to place it here. Guess what? This is the second reason why I wanted to hurry up and bring this video to you guys and not wait till Christmas. Yes, I will be using these plates for Christmas setup, but I don't know if I'm going to set up these plates in this room. I may set it up in the formal dining room. I haven't decided. Are you dying? Will you look at this? OM. Okay, I was in Michael's the other day and I just happened to run upon these beauties. They are ripped, but guess what? The reason why I really purchased them, they were $3. They're on sale, 70% off, and they're $3. So I picked up a few. Wow, 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 wow. This is beautiful. I don't need the extra, so I will put this one away. Guys, oh, this is so gorgeous. This is so, I hope that the camera is catching the beauty of this. I could not have made this up. I wasn't looking for candles. I can't even remember. I was going in there for some Velcro or something. I don't even know what I was going in there for. Probably the tape. And I ran into this and I said, oh my gosh, this is gorgeous. It's simply, okay, that's it. I'm not gonna say another word. Now we're gonna talk florals, right? And what I've decided to go with. In the past, I've utilized, and all of that I'm gonna use today are cherry blossoms. But I want to talk about the difference. And yes, my cherry blossoms are to the tray, and this is, I'll link below where you can purchase them. But I'll be honest, I'm trying to get you guys these florals. If I can source out the shipping material, the boxes, so that it's not super expensive, I can get you guys these for a great price. This is a 1, 2, 3. This is a 40-inch, and I know that right now you can get them on A Floral. I've ordered several different ones from Amazon, but when it comes, it's just the quality isn't the best. But this is what this looks like standing up, right? So there's two different kinds. I am not going to utilize this one because to me it's more of a springy look, right? It has like the green, so I won't utilize that one. But what I've decided to use are this one, and it has more of a bloom. I love this. And I'm going to show you guys how I would style it. Like so. Let's get it in there. There we go. Yeah, I don't want it to be any taller than that. Now, you see how that sticks up? I'm going to take this one out because I was just using it to show you guys. You see how that sticks up inside? You don't even need to use that many because of the tape situation that I have going on. It's going to hold this in place for me. And the rocks don't hurt, right? Okay, that is pretty much the height that I want to see this beauty. And I have another one here. I'm gonna open it up. It's not even opened yet, right? So gorgeous. And I will bend it and play with it later. Right now, I'm just filling, right? Let's open it up. And I love a good floral moment. Let's be honest. Who doesn't love walking into a place and the flowers are just stunning? So this is my fourth smaller flower, and this one is 36 to 40 inches tall. So far I have two of the two large. I have two large, and then I have 5 of the smaller ones. So you can see you don't really need that many to give it a full, just gorgeous look. If you like this video, hit that like button or subscribe. You will be notified each time there is a new upload. Until next time, make every day a great day.